Hi, you guys. It's Yaz, and today I'm going to talk about how narcissists don't really want relationships. They want this, and I'm going to describe what the narcissist wants. See, when you got involved with the narcissist, you thought that you met the love of your life. You thought you met your soulmate. And that's exactly what the narcissist wanted you to think, okay? They mirrored you. They pretended to be into the same things as you were into. They said things like, we have a great connection. They always love to do that. You'll notice that. They'll always say, we have a good connection. Don't you think we have a good connection? They want to fool you and make you think like they are it. They're your soulmate. Here they are, okay? And why do they do this? They want to earn your trust because they're after supply. Narcissists are after supply. So understand this. A narcissist wasn't in the relationship for the same reasons you were in the relationship for. You thought you were going to meet somebody and that you both wanted a long-term partner. You were going to be together for the end of time because that's what the narcissist told you, right? They told you, oh, you're going to have a hard time getting rid of me. They always love to say that. Oh, you're never going to get rid of me or something like that. Meanwhile, they know that if something better comes along, you're done. You're cooked. They're going to discard you, okay? Or a lot of times they go back to their ex. A lot of times they're not single. When you meet the narcissist, they're not even single, okay? They may not technically be in a relationship, but they're usually talking to someone, and a lot of times they're still mess with their ex. They're still going back and forth, hoovering their ex, or they have a situation going on with their ex, and you don't even know this. And you're thinking this person is single, you just get into a relationship with them. But then what happens is you realize that the narcissist is cold, okay? Especially the covert narcissist. They're so cold, all right? They become so unaffectionate. It's like you're alone in the relationship. You're with somebody who's like a roommate. And you get to a point and you say to yourself, what is this person even doing here? All right. They're cold. They may not want to have sex with you. They're on their phone 24/7. Okay. They come to see you even. Let's say they come to see you and they're falling asleep all over your couch. And you're like, why did they even bother coming here? Okay. I remember when I dealt with the narcissist, he'd be falling asleep all the time. And I'm like, what the hell are you even coming here if you're going to sleep? And later on, I realized it's because he was seeing other supply during the week. Okay. But he liked coming here because he's got to make his rounds and make sure he sees all his supply. Right. So what narcissists are after, you guys, they're after supply. So they could be after sex. They could be after money. They could be after a place to stay. They could be after attention. They could be after a mommy or daddy figure. They want a mommy or daddy figure. They want a therapist. All right. There's a lot of things. They want to cook. Okay. This is why a lot of narcissists will get married. It's not because they want to be married and have a loving relationship, a loving partner. It's because they want somebody to cook. They want a mommy or daddy figure. They want somebody to cook for them, clean for them, raise their kids, be a mommy or daddy to them, okay? So it's not what you think. Narcissists don't want romantic relationships and work at them and be a partner and give. See, that's the other thing too. Narcissists want you to do everything and they want to kick back, all right? It's nice when somebody's worrying about the bills, somebody's cooking, somebody's cleaning, somebody's there to be your therapist, all right? That's what the narcissist wants. But they're very, very, cold, distant, and they look at you as the enemy, all right? You're just a means to an end when it comes to dealing with the narcissist. You're just a means to an end, all right? And now people come back at me and they say to me, well, why don't they want relationships? Why, or when will a narcissist look for love or want love? You guys, it's like this. Narcissists don't want relationships because what does it mean when you go into a relationship? Okay. It means you have to sacrifice. Da-da. You have to give to the other person. You have to, lose your freedom. Narcissists don't want to lose their freedom. They want to come and go and do what they want. They don't like boundaries. So trust and believe, if a narcissist is married to somebody for a long time, it's because they're able to do what they want. 99% they could do what they want. So they got the best of both worlds. They got a person that's providing a home and their security blanket. All right, we'll call them their security blanket, somebody that, is always there for them. And they could pretend to live the family life. All right, that looks good for their own personal family. Or, they're a family man or family woman, right? But on the side, they're a freak on the side, okay? They're a freak on the side because they're going with other supplies. Supply from their job, supply from the gym, supply wherever they go and they flirt with people, supply off the dating apps, on the sneak, supply in inbox, all right? So they're living this total double life, all right? So understand this. When a narcissist gets with you, you're in an open relationship, only you don't even fucking know you're in an open relationship. That's the joke of it, all right? It's an open relationship for them because they can come and go and do what they want, but you're thinking you're in a monogamous relationship, right? And that's why the joke's on you in the narcissist's eyes. And the thing is, narcissists generally don't want to have an open relationship unless they have to, of course, all right? Because narcissists love deception. Like if you ever went to a narcissist and you said to them, listen, let's just have an open relationship. Let's just have an open relationship. Well, that takes all the excitement out of the cheating. Remember, narcissists love the deception of cheating, of fooling you. But if the narcissist is still getting the supply out of you, let's say you're giving them money, right? Or they're still living in your house, then they don't care. If they wouldn't mind having an open relationship because then they wouldn't care what the fuck you're doing because they don't really care about you. They're just using you for your house or money or whatever it is, right? So that right there tells you the narcissist really doesn't care about you, all right? And that's why a lot of times people try to get the narcissist jealous. And later on, let's say the narcissist has you and you're with them for a while and you try to get them jealous. They're not even going to be jealous because the reason they're not going to be jealous is because they have the other supply or they have so much supply, they don't really care because they're still getting what they want out of you, all right? They're not, if they get jealous, then it's a control thing. Then it's because they don't want to lose you because they don't want to lose the supply. But trust me when I tell you, narcissists, all they care about is supply. They don't care about Now, here's the other reason why narcissists don't want relationships, all right? They don't want intimacy, all right? They don't want intimacy because when you're intimate with somebody, you get close with somebody, and that makes that gets them attached, and that makes them, they could become, vulnerable, and they don't want to get hurt. They're afraid to get hurt. And they don't trust you. They feel like you're going to hurt them one day. So they don't want relationships. What they want, all right, what a narcissist wants is basically situationships with supply, okay? Situationships with supply. So they want a situationship, but they'll tell you, oh, I want a relationship, because they can't always say to you, oh, I want a situationship. It depends on who they're dealing with, right? So they'll pretend they'll want a relationship with you, but to them, it's just a situationship, but it's a situationship for your supply. And I get a lot of people that say to me, well, I don't understand. If they don't like me and they're putting me down, or if they don't really want me, and I went through this, you guys, when I was dealing with the malignant narcissist that I dealt with, okay, I was saying to myself, if he's not really into the relationship, like, what the fuck are you doing here? All right. And he would say, oh, if I didn't care, why would I be here and everything like that? Because here's the thing. It was all about supply. It was all about supply. They love supply. So, they could be coming to you because you're a bed and breakfast. They like just coming someplace, hanging out, eating, cooking in your place, having you cook for them, relaxation. It's like a little vacation. Narcissists like to move around. So sometimes they're not even coming to see you for even sex. They just like to hang out in your crib. It's somewhere different for them to hang out and chill out and get away from wherever they are. It gives them a break from wherever they're living, and they come see you, okay? This is another form of supply that people don't realize. They come to see you to get a change of scenery, to go on a little vacation from where they live, all right? So they don't want relationships. They want whatever supply it is, okay? But they fake it, all right? And the reason that they fake it is because if they really told you the truth, you would have kicked them to the curb, right? So they gotta pretend that they're in the relationship. They gotta pretend that they care. And the thing is, the minute they see that you're pulling back or you're getting angry, here comes the love bomb. They come up to you in the kitchen and they'll say, I love you, don't you? And they come over and they give you a kiss and a hug. And you're like, oh, I got to stop thinking they don't care about me. Maybe they're just tired. Maybe they had a rough week at work or something. No, that fucking narc is manipulating you, okay? That narcissist is manipulating you because they see you're getting upset because they're being cold. They're not giving you attention. They don't want to be close. They don't want to sleep with you. So they've got to fool you and come over and give you a kiss on the cheek. I love you, baby. Mwah, okay? Like, give me a break. All right. I'll never forget. I had a narcissist do this, right? And I knew he was after a spot and everything like that, right? And he thought he was so slick. I saw right through this guy, right? And the funny thing is, like, my homegirl, she's sharp as a nail. Brooklyn girl, 100%. And she was in my ear. And she's like, I'm telling you, this dude is fake. Fake, 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 fake. All right? And man, was she... And I knew he was fake, okay? But I wanted to give it the benefit of the doubt. Okay? And... See, this is what you do. You end up giving them the benefit of the doubt, and then you find out that your gut feeling is right, all right? But the point is, he would come up to me, and he'd be like, I love you, baby. I love you so much, and this and that. But the way it came off, I had to hold back because I was going to burst out laughing because it was so fucking fake, okay? It was so fucking fake. And I just sat there and I smiled and I didn't know what to say, okay? Because I was like, I was going along with it because I wanted to see, where this was going to end up, right? And of course it doesn't end up good, okay? It doesn't end up good because this narc, they wanted to marry me and everything like that. And I knew it was all for supply. It was all for supply. All right. So that was the end of that. Right. But the point in all of this, you guys, is that they don't want a relationship. They want supply. They want to move into your house. They want, money. They want you to put up money for a business. They want to live off you, okay? This is what they want to do, basically. They want to live off you. Or you have the narcissist who's with you because they lusted after you, all right? It's a lust thing. They lusted after you. And, what happens with lust, you guys? Lust doesn't last, right? And then the narcissist is like, they're done with you. They lust you. They want you. And then they throw you to the wind because they were never looking for a relationship. They were never looking for a relationship. They were just lusting you. So many people think the narcissist loved them. They didn't love you. I'm sorry. They didn't love you. They were lusting you, or they were using you and manipulating you for something that you had. Okay? They'll even manipulate you as a therapist because they need somebody to talk to. This is why they call you from their job just to bullshit for hours, okay? Narcissists will do this. I had a narcissist who was, I told you guys this in another podcast. He was a truck driver, over-the-road truck driver, and he used to keep me on the phone for hours, okay? He was a nice guy and all, but chatterbox galore, and he'd be like, ooh, I love calling you. It makes my time go faster. He was using me so that his ride across country or city to city went faster, okay? That's what it is, all right? That's what it is. Meanwhile, when the weekend comes, they're busy, all right? They're busy. They have other things going on, all right? But they use you to chit-chat during the week to make their week go fast or make their work clock go fast. So this is the deal, you guys, all right? Don't let these people use you, waste your time. If they're not all in, kick them to the curb. Not today, Satan. Nobody wants to waste time with a zero. And this is what these people are. They're a zero. They don't want relationships. They want your supply. They want situationships to use you. They pretend they're in a relationship, but it's a situationship, basically, all right? And, you're wasting your time. That's what it is. You're wasting this time. And then the best is they discard you cold, okay? Why? Because they were never all in. It was all an act. They deserve an Academy Award, all right? These people are actors and actresses, all right? They fake it, all right? This is what they are. They're big fakers. So you're thinking the person really cared about you, but they didn't care about you, all right? And the proof is in the pudding, all right? Because when somebody really cares about you, they're never going to just walk away from you. I don't give a shit what anybody says. When somebody really cares about you, they will never take a chance of losing you. Not only do I believe that, and I've seen that, but, my guy friends have told me the same thing. They've said, when a guy really cares about a girl, or even a girl really cares about a guy, they're not going to just walk away, all right? They're not going to take a chance of losing somebody, all right? I did a reel on this, and I said, if a person can go 30 days or longer without talking to you, they really don't care about you, okay? And I believe that, and that is so true, okay? So understand that. The narcissist was never all in. And go back and listen to my other podcast I did, or it's on my videos too on YouTube, you guys. Go listen to my podcast about how the narcissist was never all in. Because I went into that like a couple of years ago. I did this podcast, and it's like exactly like what I'm trying to explain to you guys. They don't want relationships. You don't realize this till later on. You look back and you say, what the hell was this person with me for? Okay. If they're not really into me, or they got a problem, or they're devaluing me, or they think I'm, they don't like me. All right. They're always saying things to try to devalue. I remember a narcissist did that with me. He was always putting me down. And I finally I had it. And I finally said to him, well, if I'm so fucking bad, what are you doing here? Nobody's got a gun to your head. What are you doing here? You don't have to be here. And you should have seen how his jaw dropped, okay? His jaw dropped, okay? Because he was called out, and because he finally realized, you know what? I saw this guy for if I'm such a bad person, what are you doing here? What the fuck are you doing here? That's right. You're not here because you care about me. You're here because you're trying to use me for something. That's what it is. Not today, Satan. Get the hell out, okay? Get the hell out, and don't let the door hit you on your way back, all right? So the narcissists, they want a cook, a cleaner, a therapist. They also want a caregiver when they get old, all right? Somebody to make their food, take care of them, give them their medicine, drive them to doctors. When you're young, they may use you as a sex toy, okay? Because they're lusting after you. Use your home as a hotel to crash at and vacation at or move in. Of course, set you up in a business or something. But they don't want the relationship, because the relationship means that they have to be close, they have to be intimate, they have to show vulnerability. And these are things the narcissist doesn't want to do, okay? They don't want to give up their freedom. So, again, you guys, they're just a big bunch of liars that pretend like they want the same things as you. It's a purely transactional thing. The only thing is, you're not even realizing it's transactional, okay? You're thinking initially that this person really cared about you because they're such a damn good actor or actress, okay? So when the narcissist looked at you, what was going through their mind is, what can you do for me, all right? What can you do for me? They'll tell you what you want to hear. You'll have occasional sex till eventually the sex will suck or the sex will stop, all right? And that's what happens with the sex with the narcissist. You're not even getting good sex in the end, all right? You're not getting shit out of this person in the end, except having a body around, all right? Think about that. In the end, you guys, you were not probably getting good sex from this person. It was probably very mechanical, all right? Because they weren't all into the relationship, and they're having a harder time now because the relationship is going on. They're having a harder time of faking it. So as time goes on, the narcissist is showing their true self, and that mask is dropping, okay? I always say these people can't keep it up, and that's when you're going to see that mask drop, all right? Just drag it out with them, and you're going to see that narcissist mask drop. So I hope that helps you. If it does, hit the subscribe button, share the podcast, share the video, spread the awareness so that we could bust these people, all right? And more people are aware that they're not out for relationships. They're out to use you. That's what it is. They're out to use you for something, okay? It's just a lot of people, it doesn't make sense to us, because who uses you, right, to have a cook or to clean? But people do. Who uses you for attention, all right, or to talk to on a phone, to make the clock burn at work? But they do. This is what they do. They want you to entertain them on their downtime or whatever, all right? So narcissists, when you see a narcissist equals user, okay? Narcissist equal user that fool you, think entitled, have no empathy, all right? And they're going to do all these things, okay? They're con artists, con men, con women, and they will use you. But one thing they don't want a loving relationship. They don't want to be in a monogamous relationship. They don't want to sacrifice. They don't like the family life. No, that's not the narcissist, okay? They pretend, but, they're there for other reasons, all right? For image or whatever else. So I hope that helps you. If it does, hit the subscribe button, share the podcast and video, like I said. If you're looking for confidential one-on-one phone coaching, check out the link in the bio at askyaz.wixsite.com/thegameexposed. TikTok is The Game Exposed. Facebook, Instagram is The Game EXP123. And have a great day, you guys. Don't let anybody use you, all right? Don't be nobody's sucker, all right? Have a good day.